A bill that would make La Crosse County a premier resort area is not seeing the state assembly floor during the current legislative session.
The bill would add a premier resort area tax, also known as a PRAT, that would help fund roads in La Crosse County. News 8's Jordan Fremstead joins us with what this means for area roads going ahead.
In April of last year, La Crosse County voters approved an advisory referendum for a premier resort area tax, which would create a sales tax for local businesses that bring tourists to the area. But since then, the proposal has not gone anywhere, and with $87 million in needed road repairs identified, county officials are concerned about how they are going to pay for them going forward.
For La Crosse County Board Chair Tara Johnson, the power was taken from La Crosse County voters.
In my opinion, says, yeah, we don't really care what the voters in La Crosse County think about this issue.
Several hundred pieces of legislation are heading to the state assembly floor, but the Pratt bill that would bring $6.6 million to fix county roads is not one of them.
There are no solutions coming forward that really positively impact local roads.
State Senator Jennifer Schilling and Representative Steve Doyle supported the legislation and brought it to the state's Ways and Means Committee. The committee ultimately killed the legislation.
They circumvented the voters of La Crosse County.
According to the La Crosse Highway Department, the county's need for road repair has jumped from $87 million to $101 million in the past year.
Something has to give.
The La Crosse County Highway Commissioner Rob Chamberlain says he does not advocate for specific ways for road funding, but he says the department is struggling to find ways for funding roads that are efficient and sustainable.
We need to be doing $5 million a year to be able to gain any ground and have any hope of keeping up at today's prices.
Chamberlain says the county has seen funding for roads drop from 30% to 17% of the total cost, an all-time low.
So if the state fully funded general transportation aids to the originally intended 30%, it still wouldn't take care of the local needs.
The legislation could be introduced in the future, but the Highway Department says it's running out of options.
We've turned over every rock there is to turn over. I don't know what happens if this doesn't work and something else doesn't come along to take its place. I really don't know.
La Crosse County currently borrows more than $2.5 million every year for road and bridge construction. The Highway Department says the county would no longer need to borrow that money if the Pratt was passed. We did reach out to Representative Steve Doyle and State Senator Jennifer Schilling on the matter. Neither was available for comment. Martha?
Thanks a lot, Jordan. La Crosse County says if the legislation is introduced in the next legislative session, La Crosse County voters would get a second chance to that binding referendum.